To talk of solutions is to talk about understanding our problems. If we do not understand the nature of our problems, we will never reach real solutions. As the white flight took over the east side of Wyandotte County, the possibility of government bankruptcy has always loomed over KCK. The normal answer to our financial crisis has been the recovery of lost density. But what does that really mean? Many members of our community still dream of going back in time and enjoying KCK the way it was. But the synergy of the metro has done a 360, and the Market Drive has come back to the KCMO downtown sevenfold. This Market Drive is very expensive to keep at bay. To think that in KCK we can go back to the single-family structure and generate enough tax revenue is a dream of the past. The market in downtown KCMO is reaching its capacity, and developers are looking and moving into the next frontier of housing structures. The new Market Drive is from people who would love to live in the center of city's action, but cannot find space nor afford the cost of living in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Kansas is in the midtown circle around the metro's downtown. If KCK population could think together and move in tandem as a cohesive community, we should look just like the area between the plaza and the crossroads, well-developed, strong and densified, with fewer and fewer single-family houses and more 5 to 10-story buildings. More importantly, we as community would be controlling what development means, how we want development to take place, direct what our future should look like. Instead, we're sitting ducks waiting for big money to take our best properties and build our future in their benefit. The following presentation is intended to show our audience the vision for opportunity we in the central area of KCK have. It is intended to show a path to regenerate the density lost and catch up to the rest of the metro, staying a beautiful community and generating wellness for our current residents. There are two ways to enrich a community, just like there are two ways to beautify a garden. One is to love the native plants and shrubs, help them bloom in an organized way where paths and order is apparent, and help them grow wealthy. The other way to beautify a garden is to displace the shrubs and transplant beautiful and young new plants. Our vision opens the opportunity for mixed-use, mixed-income growth, where not only the natives can thrive in self-investment, but the residents can enjoy of the quality living they're looking for within a cultural-rich environment not artificially created. We visualize building a community where the old Kansas City meets the new Kansas City, Kansas, and together we continue building our future. The importance of mixed income and mixed use in our community is vital to our future. About 4 years ago, there was a study made by then Mayor Alvey regarding the revenue generated in our area. We found out that these commercial corridors are well-established places that generate as much revenue as Amazon back then. These commercial corridors also generate just as many jobs as Amazon. But more importantly, even if some of these business disappeared, the amount of jobs that they take with them is literally irrelevant to our community, because new jobs, new businesses are going to come back and continue generating wealth. So with that in mind, and the fact that the Call River project is going strong, we shouldn't fear about our community going back and losing wealth on its own. We are thriving on its own, on our own. We are thriving. Another factor that we need to keep an eye on is how the market is moving. If we ask ourselves, where is Midtown? Most of us will think of Midtown being the space between the crossroads and the plaza. But that's the radius of the Midtown. The Midtown area is a circle around downtown, and Kansas City, Kansas is within those boundaries. Therefore, we're affected by the same market drive. As mentioned before, the developers are looking for opportunity, and we have plenty of open land for that. If we take the distance between downtown Kansas City, Missouri, and the plaza as the radius of the Midtown area and draw a circle around downtown, we'll see that Kansas City, Kansas is within that circle. Therefore, the market pressure, the market drive will be the same in all of the circle. But Kansas City, Kansas has way more opportunities for development. Empty land, open spaces, and that view to the skyline in downtown KCMO that we have to admit is beautiful. This market drive will make the cost of living continue to increase, and their need to densify will drive our willingness to accept this. But also, it's something that we cannot stop because the market drive is unstoppable. If we wanted to really stop it, it will be very costful. We need to work with the market, but we need to work with the market in a planned or pre-planned way so to maximize the benefit of this market drive. The undeveloped opportunity is there within the red area. And we are dividing this area into 3 segments. The market drive is more evident in the yellow area than in the green area. So that is the prime development zone, the yellow area. And it goes up north as it continues to develop. Talking specifically about the prime development zone marked here by the yellow area, the place offers several opportunities for development. Specifically, the purple area is one that is new for buildings, for parks, for anything that is going on, and it's happening. That is happening. So that is the forefront of new development. The red area is populated. It is not populated to its max. It actually has quite a bit of open spaces and empty lots. But there is housing, and the owners of these houses should be taken into consideration for development. The proposal calls for high-risers, some sort of a gated community, schools, commercial spaces, clubhouses, gyms, event venues, and the respect that our population deserves should be demonstrated here. Why? Because these people should be taken into consideration as partners, not as someone who can be bought out. The Alcott Center should be the flagship for the development of this community. And this could thrive as a community of its own, increasing the density for our city and bringing tax revenue to benefit everybody else or everybody in the place, but with responsible development, with partnerships with the landowners, and maybe some sort of condominiums, that could be in benefit of everybody, new and old residents. Definitely mixed use and mixed income. The blue area is the old Bethany Hospital site and the Bethany Park and Bethany Community Center. All of these spaces should become the magnet of activity in our community, or a place where our youth go and meet, compete against each other, a place where social integration happens, a place where neighborhoods meet each other and share in life. Our proposal calls for mixed income, multi-story building apartments around the area, and then a community sport complex within the hospital site, commercial spaces in the Bethany Park area, civic plaza, even an acoustic hall, an amphitheater, exhibit spaces, community center, a better community center for or community, and just a center of activity that will make these families move in, and the families who live here have something to do for their youth in a positive, very positive way. The next opportunity is marked by the green line, and this is the largest area with open spaces scattered all over the place. This area is between 7th Street and 10th Street, between Central and Minnesota Avenue. And this area should be the place where density explodes. Several projects could be generated in high density, multifamily, high risers or mid risers, somewhere between 5 and 10 story high structures. There is plenty of space for parking, and the access to the space, to the neighborhood is quite large. There is several large avenues converging into this place, and that could feed and work with traffic and the density that we need in this community. This also backs up the next area of opportunity, which is the Strawberry Hill and the Russian Hill neighborhoods. The Strawberry and Russian Hill neighborhoods, marked here by the yellow line, are a divided community, and it's very understandable. A lot of people, a lot of residents in this area want to live a peaceful life, a family life with residential housing and all of these. And many of the members of this community are interested in commercial spaces, short-term rentals, bars, boutiques, etc., etc. And it's hard to please everybody. But if we take a look at the synergy of the city again, and we see that more and more demand for spaces, residential and otherwise, is coming to the midtown area. And remember, we're in the midtown area. The future cannot go back. So we either accept that and operate within those terms and benefit the most out of what is coming, or we're going to be displaced and taken out. We have an opportunity for the residents to continue self-investment and grow this area as commercial space and attract, as a destination site, attract fresh new money from the downtown KC residents and from the whole metro area. This means that those who are losing their lifestyle are not losing their homes. They could take these houses and create commercial spaces and live out of the benefits of these commercial spaces. They could move to a different location on their own will and on their own power and live the life they want in residential areas, which we have plenty of, but hold on to the value of their land, their property, and benefit from it directly. That way, we will not fight against the synergy, the market drive, and we will benefit from it. Now, in order to build a destination site, the best thing is to hold on to the neighborhood fabric and keep it that way. So our proposal calls for a 1 or 2 story structures and a historic designation for this area. And then a buffer zone between 6th Street and 7th Street of 1 to 5 story structures. And then, as we spoke of, the area between 7th Street and 10th Street of high risers. And there could be, luxury apartments and all that, but it has to be mixed use and allowed for people of lower income to also benefit from these locations. So at the end, we believe this is the best way to protect our residents, to keep their peace of mind, and also to accept new residents, new structures, and increase the density and the tax-paying revenue that we so much need to keep on developing our community. Destination sites should be flagships for dollars to come into our community, into our economy, to generate wealth for our people and anchor them here. Thank you very much.